Let's look ahead at their picket tomorrow and speak to EFF member Dr. Cameron Modisane. Thank you so much for your time. Let's start with, tomorrow. What can we expect to see before we even get into some of what has been said about this bill?
Thank you so much, Bangiwe, for inviting us as the EFF. As the EFF, we're planning a picket outside the Ugandan Embassy to voice our dissatisfaction with the anti-homosexuality bill, and also to express that we are actually in solidarity with the people of Uganda. So it will be a peaceful protest outside the embassy of Uganda.
And when you listen to, President Museveni saying that this is a mistake of the Western countries, they're insufferable, and, we can't put up with their nonsense, to quote him. And he also says that no one is hunting them, referring to, homosexual individuals. What are your thoughts, especially when you think about what is currently unfolding in that country?
It is actually disappointing to see what's actually happening to the LGBTI people in Uganda. And as the EFF, we actually are going to be standing up for human rights violation. Hence, as part of our funding principles in the EFF, we do stand for the rights of LGBTI people. So we don't actually promote any hate, and we feel that this bill, if it's actually being passed into law by President Museveni, it will actually further inculcate the hatred and the hunting down of the homosexuals, of queer people who are actually identifying as queer in terms of living their lives freely. We feel that is strongly against human rights in general.
Especially given the concern that, we spoke to someone on the ground who was painting a picture for us of how dangerous now it's becoming because they feel that they might be targeted. And even some of those who know, that maybe you are gay or you're lesbian, they can blackmail you and say that if you do not want me to speak to the authorities, you better give me some kind of compensation.
Yeah, this law is actually a draconian law, and as part of our memorandum, which we're going to be handing through to the Ugandan Embassy, we're actually calling for the education of political leaders and people in general about the rights of queer people. The fact that in the past in South Africa we're actually oppressed on the basis of the fact that we are black. So it's not different. The struggles that we endured as black people in South Africa are quite similar to the struggles which are actually being endured by the people of Uganda, especially the LGBTI people. So therefore, we are strongly against this, and we're going to be handing through a memorandum in terms of just to apply pressure. Most importantly, using our political arm. In order for them to be in solidarity with queer people in Uganda.
And talking about, applying pressure, as you say, one is wondering tonight, someone who's watching saying that, but you're marching to the High Commission, you're going to be handing over a memorandum, you are only doing it, you're in South Africa. So what kind of power are you hoping this is going to wield or change that you're hoping that this is going to wield, because you're only in South Africa?
Yeah, actually, this is actually the first of many programs that we have in store for the EFF. This is almost like it's going to be a kinetic event. In fact, we do have support in terms of other communities, especially in Uganda, and we're going to be supporting those people in terms of their plight. So we're going to be using our influence in our South African Parliament, and also in the Pan-African Parliament, just to make sure that this bill is not actually signed into law by the president. So basically, we're going to be expressing our support, against the gross human rights violation which are going to be exerted against queer people in Uganda.
And, talking about, as you say, some of your counterparts in that particular country, what are you hearing on the ground right now about what is going on? Have they been, instances where they are targeted? What picture can you paint for us in the latest?
In fact, we had a meeting earlier this afternoon with some queer people from Uganda. Some of them are actually here in South Africa running for safety. It's quite a dire situation in terms of the plight of queer people in Uganda. The fact that with this law, it has somehow emboldened people who harbor this hatred, and I strongly believe it's about lack of understanding, and we strongly believe that with the right amount of teaching and training, which can be imparted to the people of Uganda, queer people can exist in their country freely. So the queer people which we've spoken to earlier this afternoon, they have expressed their fear and their discomfort, and they really are asking for support from member states such as South Africa, just to support them in their plight, and also to use our influence, our political influence and power in the continent, just to make sure that this bill is not signed into law, just to protect their humanity and also their lives as well. Some of them actually even fear for their lives, and it's quite sad, Wongile.
All right, thank you so much, Cameron. We do appreciate it. That was EFF member Dr. Cameron Modisane ahead of that protest, in fact, that picket outside the Uganda's High Commission tomorrow. And this is against that homosexuality bill in that country. And of course, a lot of reaction has been, seen on this particular one, including the International Front on that.